WB5DRI, W4PUO.
W4PUO, WB5DRI. Good morning, Lee.
Good morning, Brian. I'm glad you're hearing me this morning. Your signal's about a 5.5. Quite readable, thank you. I'll be standing by.
Okay, Lee, real fine. Well, you're about the same with me here, but I'm hearing you very well on the SDRs. This is WB5DRI. We will be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club net at the top of the hour on this frequency. W4PUO, WB5DRI.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, Lee, do you need to be a short timer this morning?
Negative. I'm here for the duration, buddy.
Okay, good. Well, real fine. Well, we'll be starting up the net in about 6 minutes. This is WB5DRI. I will be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. We'll be starting up the net in about 3 minutes.
Good morning, Brian. You're 15 over 9 right now. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Good morning, John. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, you're strong with me, but not quite that strong yet, John. But good signal. Good to hear you this morning.
Yeah, it always amazes me how strong your signal is without a Yagi or a hex beam or something. You always boom in. Anyway, we'll be standing by for your net, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS, W4PUO.
Yeah, good morning, Lee. W4PUO. Not real strong, about an S6 right now, over.
You're about an S6 as well, John. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Lee's got you on the list.
Just don't have that big old oak tree there like Brian's got. Got that oak
standing by for the Flyers.
Thank you.
Cliff, you doubled.
That's all right. But anyway, we're standing by and waiting for that oak tree powered net controller, WB5DRI.
Cliff, are you parked or are you driving?
I'm driving, James. I'm in San Marcos right now, northbound.
Roger. All right, 9:59, standing by for net. KG5PT, I'll be short time.
Okay, it's about that time. Let's go ahead and start up the net. This is WB5DRI. I will be net control this morning. My name is Brian. I'm located in San Antonio, Texas. And this is the Air Force's Flyers Club net. I want to welcome all members and guests to our net this morning. This net meets on this frequency, 14.290, every day of the year, normally starting up about this time, 1000 Central Time. This time of the year, of course, it's 1500 UTC. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with the military or aviation in order to check in. Again, my call sign is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian. I'm located down here in San Antonio, Texas. This is a control net. To contact net control, use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info. We also have a very good website at Air Forces plural, Flyers plural, club.org, which has a lot of good information about our net. And bios from our members, and also an online application if you would like to join. Again, that's not necessary in order to check in. Again, that website is airforcesflyersclub.org. Our format for this net is we take check-ins, we go down the list, allowing each station to give their reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually on Saturdays we have a little more time for the net. At this time I do have the following stations off of NetLogger, and the stations I've talked to or heard this morning. I have KG5PTE James, who's a short timer, and I have our mobile itinerant truck driver, W5PIX Cliff, and the big rig, I believe. And I have K1BOB, our commander, Bob, up in Boise, Idaho, and I think he has generator people this morning, so he may be receive only here. But he's listening to our net, so we're glad to have him monitoring this morning. Also have N5BE Lee up in Arlington, Texas, and he's taking care of our net logger task this morning. Thank you for that, Lee. And we have a couple of visitors. Leonard, K4YDB. He's, I believe, in Oklahoma. Good morning and welcome to our net, Leonard. And we also have James, another visitor who's been on the net before, KB0BUT, I believe. And that's James, and he's up in Rapid City, South Dakota, where my older brother Dale, W5OG, is actually in an RV park today. So good morning to you, James, and welcome to the net. And we've got you on the list here, so we'll get down to you pretty quickly. I hope you can stick around. Then we have John, WA6LJS, out in Hamul, California. Good morning again, John. Then we have Carl in Sparks, Nevada, KF7GJO. Good morning, Carl, and good to have you out there. We have my older brother Dale, W5OG, up in, as I said, in Rapid City there. Good morning, Dale, and good morning to Carolyn there. Love to you guys. And next we have W6WAY Jim out in Corona, California. Good morning to you, Jim. Then we have Joe, W5ABI in Las Cruces. Good morning to you, Joe. And then we have our YouTube live stream guy, K4YDB, and also an alternate net control, Charlie, out there in Cartersville, Georgia. Good morning, Charlie, and thanks for what you do for us there on the net with the live stream on YouTube. It's great. Then we have W4PUO Lee. Good morning again, Lee, over in Belleville, Texas. And then we have Ray, WB2JJO, out in New Jersey. Good morning to you, Ray. Okay, that's the list as I have it. Let me stand by for any additional check-ins, and then we'll get a call out from the west and east coast there. This is WB5DRI, looking for check-ins, members or guests to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Please call now. Kilo Charlie 3, the mobile station. Kilo Charlie 3, November Sierra, I believe. Can you come back again with your call sign? Okay, I got that time. Kilo Charlie 3, November Charlie Sierra, mobile. Can I get your name and location there, over? Okay, Tim in Pennsylvania. Very good, Tim. Are you going to be able to stick around, or you want to go ahead and take your turn now? Okay, well, I'm hearing you very well on the SDRs and pretty well on the radio, actually. So good to have you with us there, Tim, and we'll get you in there. Just stick around with us here. We'll try to get you in towards the top of the list here if we can, since you're mobile. Okay, let's get a call out from Hamul there. John, WA6LJS, could you put out a call, please, sir?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Saturday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. Well, we got a Kilo Bravo Zero Papa Lima uniform. Did you copy him, Brian?
Yeah, I've got him, John. Let me pick him up there. KB0 Papa Lima uniform. Can you give us your name and location? Okay, Ken in northern Colorado. Very good. Are you going to be able to stick around with us here? Yeah, my name is Brian, and I'm located in San Antonio, Texas, Ken, and you've landed on the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Welcome to our net here. Wow, well, your 20 watts is doing a great job for you there, Ken. On my electric radio here, you're about almost a 5 and 5, so good signal for 20 watts. You gonna be able to stick in here with us for a while? Okay, real fine, Ken. Well, we'll try to get you in toward the top two here. Okay, let's get a call out from the East Coast there. Charlie, could you put out a call for us, please? K4YDB, WB5DRI.
Wilco, this is K4YDB, Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or guests, please call now. It's all quiet here.
Hey, Charlie, thank you. Well, let me go ahead and give the question this morning. I have a couple of questions. They're about World War II and aircraft carriers. One of my favorite subjects. I've been on several in my life, and actually have even sailed on one, a smaller aircraft carrier, a landing assault helicopter assault ship, the Peleliu. But anyway, let me go ahead and give the questions. First question about World War II. What was the last U.S. aircraft carrier sunk by the Japanese in World War II? And the possible answers are USS Yorktown. That was a CV-5. Bravo, USS Lexington. That was CV-2. Charlie, USS Wasp, CV-7. Or Delta, USS Bismarck C, CVE-95. So those carriers were the Yorktown, the Lexington, the Wasp, and the Bismarck C. So the question is, which was the last U.S. aircraft carrier sunk by the Japanese in World War II in combat? Okay, the second question is a bonus question. I think we've talked about this before, so this one may be a real softball question, but it's what was the nickname of the USS Lexington? It was so named by the Japanese in World War II, and the possible answers are Alpha, the Blue Ghost, Bravo, the Big Stick, Charlie, the Gray Ghost, or Delta, the Battle Cat. So the possible answers for the nickname of the USS Lexington that was given to the Lexington by the Japanese in World War II, the Blue Ghost, Alpha, Bravo, the Big Stick, Charlie, the Gray Ghost, Delta, the Battle Cat. Okay, those are the questions. Does anybody need any repeats on that? And you can find these questions on Charlie's YouTube live stream. If you type in on YouTube K4YDB, you can bring up the live stream for the net. And Charlie has graciously put these questions up there on his live stream. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Anybody need any repeats? No. Okay, let's go with James first. He's a short timer this morning, KG5PTE up in Belton, Texas. Good morning, James. You're up for the net. What's going on up there this morning? WB5DRI.
Well, good morning, Brian, WB5DRI. I appreciate you letting me check in early. I got to get out of here in about 12 minutes, about 10 minutes from now. I got to get out of here, so I'm going to give you my 73 round as well, and I will not be here for that. I'm going to go with Delta, the Bismarck, and my old Lady Lex, Alpha, the USS Lexington down there in my hometown of Corpus Christi. And by the way, the Lexington down there runs a runs a UHF repeater, and its call sign is Whiskey 5 LEX. And they are on Echolink, and the South Texas Amateur Radio Club runs that repeater down there on the Lex. So I'm going to go ahead and say 7-3s now. Thanks for running the net. And my answers, Brian, are Delta and Alpha. 7-3s to the Flyers. I'm going to go have some lunch with some hams at Radabar Bar and Grill on the east side of Temple. Looking forward to a delicious hamburger. With that, I'll turn it back to net control. WB5DRI, KG5PT in the group. 7-3s, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Okay, James, very good. KG5PTE, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, James, and have fun with your ham club beer and enjoy your lunch there. And 73s, and we got your answers there as Delta and Alpha. So we'll see how that comes out. But good to hear you out there, and you're really making the SDRs well this morning. Good signal here in San Antonio. So good to hear you. Break with KG5PTE. Let's go to our truck driver, W5PIX Cliff in the mobile. I'm not sure if you're still with Miss Bonnie or not this morning. If you are, then regards to her. And you're up, sir. W5PIX, WB5DRI. Good morning. W5PIX, WB5DRI. Anybody here, Cliff?
W5PIX, you're up, Cliff. WA6LJS. Nothing here, and I heard him earlier, Brian.
Okay, real fine, John. Thank you. We'll come back to Cliff. He might be doing something, might be busy loading or unloading or something. You never know, but we'll come back to him. And let's see, next on my list actually was K4YDB, but I guess he's still receive only. So we'll give him a salute this morning and pass on and go to our net logger guy there up in Arlington. Lee, good morning, Lee, N5BE. You're up for the net, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI N5B. Good morning, Brian. I'll just make this real quick and so I can concentrate on my net logger duties. I'm going to go Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie, Brian. And thanks for doing the net today. And I moved some of the mobiles and visitors up there above me on net logger, Brian, if you want to try to snag those ahead of the regulars. WB5DRI and 5BE.
Recheck. Okay, real fine, Lee. I heard a recheck. That's Cliff, I believe. I'll come right back to you, Cliff. Just stand by. Lee, thanks for that, and thanks for doing the net logger this morning. And I got your answers there as Delta and Charlie, so very good. Break with you. Let's go back and pick up W5PIX. Cliff, good morning. You're up. WB5DRI.
Well, good morning, Brian, and all the flyers. It's W5PIX Mobile, Austin, Texas, northbound I-35. Well, I just seen a lady yesterday down there, and I'm going to be back down there in Corpus Christi again, but I will go Delta and Charlie also. And we call her the Gray Lady, but I believe the Japanese call her the Gray Ghost. She's an unsinkable ship. But, yeah, I know the Yorktown got damaged pretty good, but they kept her afloat and got her back in Pearl Harbor there and get her prepared. Anyways, that's a good thing. Other than that, back to you, Brian. Thank you for running the net this morning, and somehow I changed channels. When you hollered at me, I was on Maritime Mobile Service net frequency there on 300. Oh, I do have also on there. Everybody kind of tune in and listen to 14325 due to the hurricane watch. If anybody can spare a little time. This W5PIX Mobile. Back to you, Brian. W5PIX Mobile.
Okay, Cliff, real fine. W5PIX mobile. Well, good to hear you this morning, Cliff, and we got your answers there. Is Delta and Charlie, and drive safe there through Austin there. But good to hear you this morning, and hope you're having a good day there, rolling along 35. Break with you. Let's go on to one of our visitors here, Leonard up in Oklahoma. KI5 Sierra Yankee Romeo, Kilo India 5 Sierra Yankee Romeo. You're up, sir. Good morning. WB5 DRI. John, can you, WA6LJS, could you try Leonard for me, please?
Yeah, is that KI5SYR?
Roger.
Yeah, KI5SYR. Leonard, you're up. WA6LJS relay. Well, I don't hear anything locally or on 2SDRs, Brian.
Okay, John, thank you. Well, we'll try to come back to Leonard, but let's move on to the next visitor here, KB0BUT, James, up in Rapid City. James, if you're still in there with us, good morning. You're up for the Flyers. WB5 DRI. Is he talking?
I'm not hearing him, Brian, but the band is kind of changing on us.
Hey, Brian, he shows checked out on the M window.
Okay, Lee, thank you very much. We'll put him down as checked out then. Very good. Let's go ahead and move on. We've got a couple of other visitors here. Tim out in Pennsylvania, who's mobile. Let's see if we can pick him up, see if he's still listening there. Kilo Charlie 3, November Charlie Sierra mobile. Tim, if you're still with us in Pennsylvania, good morning again. You're up, sir. WB5 DRI. Okay, Tim, well, good to hear you this morning, and drive safe there in Pennsylvania. And we got you down for the Lexington, which is Bravo, for the last U.S. aircraft carrier sunk by the Japanese in World War II. So very good. Good to hear you, Tim. And thanks for joining us, and come back and join us anytime, whenever you can. Break with you, and drive safe there in Pennsylvania. Break with you. Let's go to our other visitor who's in northern Colorado there. KB0 Papa Lima uniform. Ken, you're up for the Flyers. WB5 DRI. You're sounding good here on my radio, Ken. I'm copying you 5x5 or so. Okay, you're going to guess Charlie for the first question. That's the USS Wasp. Is that what the one you wanted there, over? Well, the first question had to do with the last aircraft carrier sunk by the Japanese in World War II. Did you get all the answers on that? Okay, it was the Alpha was the Yorktown, Bravo was the Lexington, Charlie was the Wasp, and Delta was the USS Bismarck C. So, which would you like on the first question there, over? Okay, we'll put you down for Charlie and Charlie then. That would be the Wasp and the Gray Ghost for the nickname of the USS Lexington. Okay, very good. Thanks for joining us, Ken. Good to hear you out there, and we'll give you a call on the 73 round there. Break with you. Let's move on. Let's go to next on the list would be WA6LJS. John, thanks for your help this morning, and you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian, thank you. WB5DRI in the net, WA6LJS. Good morning. Well, conditions are pretty fair. The guy that was running only 20 watts was S7 here, and the last guy in Colorado was a good S9. So, and of course, you're way over 9 as usual, Brian. Well, let's see. It's kind of overcast today with a little bit of a marine front out here in Southern Cal, and the temperature is 67 degrees. So once this marine burns through, we should have a warm day again today. Answer to your question, I'm going to follow James, because I think the first answer is Delta, the Bismarck, and then I know it's close for the second question, but I think I'm going to go with Alpha. I think that it was painted blue to match the ocean, so I think it was called the Blue Ghost. So I'm going to follow James again, the Delta and Alpha. So back to you. Thanks for running things, Brian, and we'll be here to the bottom. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, real fine. Well, your signal's still holding up very, very well, John, very nicely. So good to hear you, and sure appreciate your help again this morning. And got your answers there as Delta and Alpha, which would be the USS Bismarck C, and Alpha is the Blue Ghost for the nickname that the Japanese gave to the USS Lexington. So let's go ahead and move on, break with you. Let's go to Carl out there in Sparks, Nevada. Sparky, KF7GJO. Carl, you're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI. Okay, Carl, well, good to hear you this morning. Did you have answers to the questions there?
Negative, no answer.
Okay, well, we'll put you down for the right answers here. Okay, break with KF7GJO. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to my older brother up in Rapid City. Good morning, Dale, and love to you and Carolyn there. What's happening this morning up in your neck of the woods there? W5OG, WB5DRI.
Well, it's so far, Brian, it's all quiet here on the Western Front. And good morning to everyone. W5OG, Dale here. And like you say, I am still in Rapid City, or near Rapid City, out at Hart Ranch. And I was disappointed that the fellow that checked in earlier didn't stick around, but from Rapid City here. Anyway, I'm hearing everybody pretty well, either on the SDR or locally, and it's wonderful. I can hear you, Carl, with the noise level has abated at home, and I've got a nice receiver there that works again. So that's a good thing. And I guess I misfigured on the days again. This has been the summer of poor math. I've been unable to add 21 and 9 and get the same figure twice in a row. So, anyway, we're actually leaving here on Wednesday, this next coming week, and should be home on Friday or Saturday. We may take an extra day getting home, I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll be departing Rapid City on Wednesday. That's the 21st. But I still will need somebody to take my net on Thursday. Bob, K4YDB, his wife has got an appointment at the hospital to get some eye work done, a follow-up operation on her cataract surgery. So he'll be unable to do the net for me. He initially agreed to it, forgetting that I guess his math was wrong also. Anyway, I will need somebody else to step up and take the Thursday net because we'll be traveling on that day. Anyway, back to you, Brian. Oh, he answers the question. I'm going to go along with young James there also, Delta and Alpha. I think he's on to something there. Back to that. Thank you, Brian. WB5DRI, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, real fine. Well, you're sounding good down here in San Antonio this morning, Dale. On the SDRs. We don't have the short skip going on this morning, but sure is good to hear you on the SDRs. You're making all of them. I'm positive, all 4 of them that I'm listening to. So very good, and always good to hear you. Glad you guys are doing well up there in Rapid City. And I am sorry that the other ham there, the KB0BUT, couldn't stick around there, because maybe you could have met him, because he's somewhere close by you for sure there. Anyway, Dale, I got your answers, Delta and Alpha. So we'll see how that comes out. Seems like we've got something of a lemming line going here. So very good. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's try Jim out in Corona, W6WAY. Good morning again, Jim. You're up for the Flyers, WB5DRI. Okay, real fine, Jim, W6WAY, WB5DRI. Well, it sounds like you're having a fairly nice day there in Corona there, Jim. I think we're going to be a little warmer here today. I think we're going to be up close to 100. Our weather is kind of a carbon copy of yesterday, Yesterday was only 100, but I think today might be 101 here for our high. Anyway, Jim, did you have answers to the questions there? Break? W6WAY, WB5DRI, did you want to answer the questions this morning?
I believe it's Alpha and Charlie, Brian.
Was it Alpha and Charlie? Is it Alpha and Charlie, Jim? Roger? Okay, well, we got you down for Alpha and Charlie there. Very good. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to Joe out in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Joe, good morning. W5AVI. Hope you and your wife are doing well out there. WB5DRI. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, WB5DRI, W5AVI. I got a little bit of static here going on. Anyhow, it's about 85 here, supposed to go up to 101, nice and sunny. Conditions are really bad, so I'll make it short. I'm going to go with Bravo and Alpha. Bravo and Alpha are my answers, and I'll be here at the bottom. WB5DRI, W5AVI.
Okay, Joe, W5AVI, WB5DRI. Well, I'm hearing you well on the SDRs mostly this morning, Joe, but good signal there. So good to hear you, and we got your answers there as Bravo and Alpha. And hope it doesn't get too hot for you guys out there in Las Cruces there. It's that your weather sounds a little bit like ours quite a lot of the time there. Anyway, good to hear you, and let's go ahead and move on, break with you. Let's go to our YouTube live stream guy, K4YDB. Charlie, you're up for the net, sir. What are your answers? WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Brian. Morning to all the flyers out there. Brian, you've got a good signal into here like you always normally do, so it's no question about that at all. As a matter of fact, conditions aren't that bad here. John LJS was his usual, about a 7. I heard him, and of course, Lee, when Lee's turn comes up, I have to turn everything down and back away. But, oh, well, it is what it is. Right now, it's currently 84 degrees here. We're supposed to get back up to about 91. We had a thunderstorm started up here last night about 8:30, and they ran till about 11. And then it finally stopped raining. Picked up about a half an inch of rain, so we really could use the rain right now. So I didn't complain about that at all. So now when it dries out, I'll get the grass mowed again. But nothing else going on over here. As far as the question goes, put me down for Delta and Alpha. I'll go with Delta and Alpha. I'll see if James has got it in here. Anyway, WB5DRI, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, real fine. Well, you're sounding good here in San Antonio. Your usual 5.9 plus there, Charlie. Good signal. Good to hear you, and sure appreciate your help and your live stream this morning on YouTube. So I got you down for Delta and Alpha. You're going to get in the living line with James and a few others there, so very good. Break with you. Let's go ahead and go to another Texas station now. To the east of me, let's go out to Lee, W4PUO, over in Belleville. Good morning again, Lee. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W4PUO. Good morning again, Brian, and all the flyers. It's a pretty day here. We have some cumulus clouds built up, a little broken sky, a lot of blue sky showing, though. And we have our normal Houston humidity. Anyhow, yesterday I got a chance to go down to Lake Jackson, a little further, a couple hours south of us, and help a friend of mine get moved in. And there were about 5 or 6 of us unloading and moving things in the house during that hot and sweaty day yesterday. And every one of us had to take our T-shirts and wring them out. They were so wet. That's the way it is down here in this South Central Texas, as you well know, Brian. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie for those answers. And I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed and see how it turns out. Back to you, WB5DRI, W4PUO.
Okay, Lee. Well, very good. W4PUO, WB5DRI. Well, that's great that you're able to help your friend out, help your friend move in there, Lee. And I understand exactly what you're talking about with humidity. Whenever you start doing anything outside, it's definitely wringing out the shirt time for sure. And that sounds a lot like our weather here in San Antonio this time of the year when the humidity is up pretty good. Anyway, got you down for Charlie and Charlie there, Lee, and really good to have you in there with us this morning. So let's go ahead and move on, break with you. Let's go out to the East Coast again to Ray out in New Jersey. Whiskey Bravo 2, Juliet Oscar. Before I do that, though, let me, I want to recognize, stand by just a second, Ray. I want to recognize Tom, K4YES. He's listening. I saw him come up on the YouTube live stream on the chat there. He was talking to Charlie. So we want to give a salute to Tom there, K4YES. I think he's in Dothan, Alabama. He's monitoring our net this morning on the live stream on YouTube. So good morning to you, Tom. Good to have you out there listening. Okay, Ray, what's happening out in New Jersey? WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Good morning, Ray. Okay, Ray, very good. WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, I got you down for Delta and Charlie. So very good, Ray. And it's good to hear you this morning. Good signal. I'm hearing you both on the radio here pretty well and also on the SDRs. So let's go ahead and move on. Next on the list, actually this morning, is Chief Mike, one of our net controllers up in near Oklahoma City, WW5ENZ. Mike, good morning. You're up for the net, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, WB5DRI and the net. Good morning, everybody. This is WW5ENZ. Kind of been keeping quiet today. I'm watching here every now and then when I transmit, it kicks off my computer keyboard, so I'm going to have to work on that thing. But anyway, other than that, things are going pretty nice here. I can emphasize with Lee there the other day when I came back from camping, I had all this stuff to do, and man, I was my shirt was completely soaked up here in Oklahoma. So yeah, we've had some 70-75% humidity days lately, but today it's a little breezy, but it looks like we got blue sky for a while anyway. I think I'm going to join the DA club, so put me down for Delta and Alpha. Of the choices there, I think maybe that'd be the best ones to do. So, other than that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Brian, at WB5DRI, WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike, very good. WW5ENZ, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you in there this morning, Mike. And I got you down for Delta and Alpha, and you're sounding very, very good on the SDRs this morning. Not too much of a short skip on the radio here, however, this morning. But good to hear you, and good to have you in there with us. That pretty well is the bottom of the list as I have it. Do we have any other folks that would like to check into the Air Force's Flyers Club net at this time? Before I give the answers, or anybody that I might have missed, or anybody that was receive only that now can transmit, this is WB5DRI. Members or guests and folks on the net that would like to check in. This is WB5DRI. Please call now.
Kilo 7, Oscar Sierra Foxtrot. I'm sorry I missed you earlier.
Okay, there was a couple of stations. There's a Kilo 7 Oscar Sierra Foxtrot, and there's another station in there. Oscar Sierra Foxtrot. Stand by just a second. Let me see if I can pick up the other station as well first here. The other station's calling. Please call now. There's an Oscar Romeo station. Can you give me your call sign again, please? Okay, I got it that time. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Oscar Romeo. Can you give us your name and location? Okay, James in Colorado. Very good. What do you have for our net this morning? Okay, James. Well, I got most of that, but good to have you with us this morning. Thanks for checking in with us, and come back and join us again whenever you can. And check out our website at airforcesflyersclub.org. Okay, break with you. Let me go back and pick up the Kilo 7 Oscar Sierra Foxtrot station. Can you give us your name and location? Over.
Roger, it's Kilo 7 Oscar Sierra Foxtrot. I'm a retired Air Force, and I'm just south of Tucson, over.
Okay, what was your name?
I'm sorry, Sierra Charlie Oscar Tango, Scott, over.
Is it Chaz or Charlie?
Sierra Charlie Oscar Tango, Scott.
Scott, I'm sorry, Scott. They're in Arizona. Very good, Scott, and thank you for your service in the Air Force. And check out our website at airforcesflyersclub.org. And there's a lot of good information about the net, and do come back and join us again when you can. I think, I'm not sure if you've checked in with us before or not. Is this your first time?
Well, I'm not really sure. I've probably checked in with you before, but, I'm not an Air Force flyer, but I did actually fix airplanes for, 23 years or so, over.
Well, all of us, everybody is not a flyer on here. We have pilots and we have air traffic controllers, and I was, in fact, an intel guy, and we have fuelers, and we have everything on here. Everybody that supported any military aviation of any of the military services can be a member of the club here, but we welcome everybody onto the net here. And again, we thank you for your Air Force service there. Well, very good. Scott, break with you. Let me go ahead and get a call out, last call out from the West Coast, and then we'll get one from the East Coast, and then I'll give the answers here. John, WA6LJS, could you put out a last call, please?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control. Last call for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now.
Mobile, Kilo 3 Kilo, Charlie Bravo, Mobile.
There's something at Charlie Bravo Mobile. Did you copy that at all, Brian?
I heard him, but I didn't get the first part of the call. The Kilo Charlie Bravo Mobile. Can you come back with your full call, over?
Yes, it's Kilo 3. Kilo 3 Kilo, Charlie Bravo. Kilo 3 Kilo, Charlie Bravo, Mobile in Hayes, Kansas. Hayes, Kansas.
Okay, what was your name there? Kilo Charlie 3 Kilo 3 Kilo Charlie Bravo Mobile. What was your name, over?
My name is Kurt. Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. Kilo 3 Kilo Charlie Bravo. My name is Kurt.
Okay, Kurt. Yeah, I got you very well there. Mobile in Kansas. What do you have for our net this morning?
I just want to say hello, everybody, and God bless all you Americans out there. And God bless America while we're at it. Because we need it. So anyway, it's just beautiful out here. I love it. I've been out here dozens of times. I go to just visit my Army buddy in Ohio, and I'm heading out to Aurora to visit my other friends, and then I'm going to do some camping. So I've been camping along the way with my cat, my little sidekick here, shotgun, and everything. Life is good, man. Back to you.
Okay, real fine, Kurt. Well, good to hear you this morning. Good to have you with us, and I echo your sentiments. God bless America, because we do need it desperately. So, very good. Thanks for joining us, Kurt. Check out our website when you have a chance. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. So, very good. We'll give you a call on the 73 round here, Kurt. Let me pick up a station that I saw come up on NetLogger that has checked in with us recently before. Whiskey 7 Tango Uniform Echo. Pete in Arizona. If you can copy me, you're up for the net. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, here's Whiskey 7, Tango Uniform Echo. Good morning, Brian, and everyone else on frequency. It's going to be a nice day for us today. The XYL is making a fresh batch of spaghetti sauce, and she's breaking some fresh bread, too. So, got a nice day ahead of me of relaxing and staying out of the heat. And it's good to hear everyone. I'm glad I was able to catch the net. WB5DRI. Here's Whiskey 7, Tango Uniform Echo. Back to you.
Okay, Pete, W7TUE, WB5DRI. Well, good to have you with us again, Pete. They're from Arizona, and you're almost an S7 with me here in San Antonio. So very good to hear you, and thanks for joining us again. And that homemade bread sounds great. My wife used to do that years ago. She's a great baker, but she doesn't do much cooking anymore. It's pretty hard for her to get around anymore. So I do a lot of the cooking that's done, and she helps out a little bit, but I do most of it. But anyway, very good on all that, and thanks for joining us this morning, Pete. Great signal into San Antonio here with me. My name is Brian. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get one more call out from the East Coast, I guess. Let's see. Let's get a call out from Charlie again, if we could. Charlie, K4YDB, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI K4YDB, I'd be happy to. This is Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo. K4YDB, I'm looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club. Net, please call now. I can hear someone, but they're way down in the noise. Try it again. Brian, I can tell there's somebody there, but I can't hear him. I can't make it out.
That's all right, Charlie. I got him. November Kilo 7 Whiskey in Colorado. What's your name there, over? Okay, real fine, JD, and thank you for your Air Force service there in Penrose, Colorado. Very good to have you with us there for the first, I think it may be the first time that I've heard you. Is this your first time on the net? Okay, real fine. JD, you fit right in with us. You should check out our website. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. But thank you again for your service, and good to have you with us here this morning. And we have air traffic controllers on the net here this morning. In fact, KF7GJO is an air traffic controller from way back, and he's one of our members here. So anyway, good to hear you this morning, and I'm copying you well on my radio this morning here from Colorado there this morning. I'm in San Antonio. Again, the name is Brian. So very good to have you with us there, JD. I'll break with November Kilo 7 Whiskey. Let me go back and pick up a couple of stations that have showed up on NetLogger this morning that I had not recognized. We've got let's see, a Kilo Echo 8 Juliet Mike Quebec, and that looks like that's Tim in Michigan. If you can copy me, Tim, you're up for our net. Go ahead. This is WB5DRI. Anybody copying Tim? Well, maybe he's just monitoring this morning. Well, Tim, if you're just listening, that's fine. Good to have you out there listening on the net this morning. So, very good. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Let me go ahead and give the answers to the questions this morning. Many of you did get the answers correct. So, very good. But the first question was, what U.S. aircraft carrier was the last one that was sunk by the Japanese in World War II? Okay, it was, the correct answer was actually Delta, the USS Bismarck C, CVE 95. The first answer, the USS Yorktown, CV5, was actually sunk at Midway after the carrier sustained strikes from multiple bombs and torpedoes earlier in the battle. It eventually, the aircraft carrier Yorktown eventually sunk. It was on June the 7th, 1942. And that was a Japanese sub that sank the Yorktown. The Lexington, the USS Lexington, Bravo, CV-2, was, there were a lot of ships named Lexington, but this was the first one in World War II. It was actually sunk at the Battle of Coral Sea. She was damaged and crippled so badly that the U.S. Navy scuttled her on May the 8th, 1942. So she had to be sunk. She wasn't sunk actually by the Japanese, but the damage that they did to her ended up causing her to be scuttled by the U.S. Navy. The third answer was Charlie, the USS Wasp, and that was CV-7. She was actually torpedoed and sunk by the Japanese submarine I-19 south of Guadalcanal on 15 September 1942. The USS Bismarck Sea was actually the last aircraft carrier, U.S. aircraft carrier sunk by the Japanese in World War II, and she was lost at the Battle of Iwo Jima on the 21st of February, 1945. She was the 40th of 50 Casablanca-class escort carriers to serve in the Navy in World War II. And she was the only ship of the Navy to be named for the famous Allied victory by the U.S. and the Australians at the Battle of the Bismarck Sea in the South Pacific off Papua New Guinea. And there were sadly about 318 of her crewmen that were lost, and she was as I said, she was the very last aircraft carrier to be sunk by the Japanese in World War II. Anyway, hope everybody enjoyed that. The second question had to do with the nickname that the Japanese gave to the USS Lexington. She was active for about 21 months in World War II, total, and fought in many major battles in the Pacific, as you all will remember. And she was named actually Alpha, the Blue Ghost, by the Japanese in World War II because of the fact that the Japanese admirals and even Tokyo Rose herself referred to the Lexington as the Blue Ghost because she was incorrectly assumed to be destroyed and sunk on 4 different occasions, and because of her camouflage paint scheme that I think John WA6LJS mentioned, she had a camouflage paint scheme that had blue paint as a part of it, I believe. So that was the correct answer there. I apologize because one of the answers was close to that. The Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost World War II that I was thinking about was actually the Queen Mary actually had been given that nickname because of her color during the war and the fact that she traveled so secretly about the globe. The other nicknames that I had there, as I said, Alpha the Blue Ghost was the correct answer there. But the second answer, the Big Stick, was actually a modern-day aircraft carrier, the USS Theodore Roosevelt, and I have been aboard her. I was fortunate enough to get a tour of her along with both my sons and my wife back in the late 80s, about 1988, when she was in port down at Virginia Beach. So that was really a thrill to go through the Teddy Roosevelt there. The last nickname that I mentioned, the Battle Cat, was actually the nickname for the USS Kitty Hawk. So anyway, that was the answer for Delta on the second question there. So anyway, Hope everybody enjoyed those questions. Let's go ahead and go for a quick 73 round. Let's start at the top of the list here and go back to W5PIX to see if you're still in there, Cliff. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
W5DRI, W5PIX Mobile. Well, I've been riding along with you all the way, Brian. And we're just north of Georgetown right now, so I had a little slowdown through Austin. But we survived all the loose nuts and the weird people in Austin. Anyways, good. Well, I got a 1.5 right anyways. I was thinking the gray lady, but the blue lady. All right. Anyways, that's all right. But the Lexington is still sitting down here in Corpus Christi and been a border. And that's, I think, number 4. I think it's 33 in the lid. No, 33. That's Battleship, Texas. I'm sorry. Anyways, no problem. 7-3s, everyone. And I'll catch you over on Echo Lake for a little bit. 75. Northbound I-35 with my 75-inch flat screen TV.
Okay, Cliff, real fine. W5PIX, WB5DRI. Well, 73s to you, Cliff, and drive safe there. And have a good day there. Always good to have you in there with us. And break with you. Let me see if our commander might be back. I'm not sure if he's still working with his electrician generator guy or not. Let me stand by for K4YDB and see if he can check in real quick. WB5DRI. Well, he must be still busy with the generator man. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to Lee, N5BE. Lee, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Thanks for the help this morning.
And WB5DRI N5B. Well, Brian, good job on the net today. Not the best of conditions. I was having a hard time hearing some of those other stations call in, but thank you, John, for helping out there. And, yeah, good question. I enjoyed that one. A little tricky on the bonus question, so well done there, Brian. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and hope everyone has a good day. WB5DRI N5B 73.
Okay, Lee, and thanks again for the help on the net logger there. Have a great day up in Arlington there today. Hope the Rangers win today. 73s. Break with you. Let me try, let's see. I'm going to skip over some of those visitors that I think are probably not with us anymore. Let's go back to John, WA6LJS. John, thanks for your help this morning, and you also got the answers 100% correct, along with James there. WA6LJS, WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. WB5DRI, this is WA6LJS. Well, good net. You got quite a population there. Pretty full today. And I heard most people, and you're, as usual, you went down a little bit. You were 10 over most of the time, but now you're down to about an S9, but still very Q5 copy. And by the way, if K4YDB is listening, I received the Wings and Air Power magazine that you sent to Bob. Thank you very, very much. That's a beautiful article on the B-58 Hustler. Even the cover picture is great, and inside the article there's a lot of beautiful pictures of my favorite aircraft, the one I worked on for a long time. And it has a lot of pictures and a lot of technical information, so thank you much, Bob, if you're listening. And other than that, nothing else. Good net today, Brian. Interesting question. I was pretty sure. I worked for a Japanese company for a long, long time, and was over to back and forth to Japan on business a lot of times. And I do remember that that they called it the Blue Ghost. So anyway, back to you, and I'll be over to Echolink for a few minutes. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, very good. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, as John mentioned, we do have a conference node on Echolink called AFFC, Alpha Foxtrot Foxtrot Charlie, and all stations are welcome to join us over there at the conclusion of this 20-meter session here. So anyway, John, break with you. Good day for now, and 73s for now. We'll talk to you some more on Echolink there. Let's go to Carl out in Sparks, Nevada again. KF7, our other air traffic controller this morning. KF7 GJO. You're up, Carl, for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Roger that, Brian. Good net this morning, and you had quite a list of customers there. The 73s, everybody, have a fantastic day. We'll try this again tomorrow. WB5DRI, KF7GJO.
Okay, Carl. Well, you have a fantastic day also there in Nevada there. Hope it's not too hot for you. Stay on the cool side of the door there. 73s. Break with KF7GJO. We're back to Rapid City, South Dakota, to our itinerant traveling RV folks there. W5OG. Dale, you're up for the 73 round. Congratulations on following and getting the correct answers there. Delta and Alpha. You're up, WB5DRI.
Yeah, Brian, fine. Yeah, I had James look it up for me, so. All right, everybody. 7-3, we'll see you over on Echolink. And, I keep getting these warnings on the phone about excessive heat in Mineola, Texas. I don't know why in the world we're so anxious to get home. It's sure delightful up here. 7-3, have a good day. We'll see you on Echolink here. W5OG, back to net.
Yeah, roger that, Dale. Thank goodness, and thank the Lord for air conditioning. We have so many wonderful blessings to be thankful for, and air conditioning is definitely one of the bigger ones for sure. I think we're very, very spoiled, I guess, after all these years of all the conveniences, and air conditioning is a primary one down here in the hot south central Texas, like it is where you live there in northeast Texas. So 73s for now, Dale. We'll talk to you some more on Echolink there. Break with W5OG. Let's go back to Jim in Corona. Jim, you're up for the 73 round. W6WAY, WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian. Enjoyed the net. Even though I missed most of the ones. Anyway, 73s, everyone. This is W6WAY.
Okay, Jim, 73s to you. Have a great day. Have a fantastic day out there in Corona. I envy you those only 90-degree temperatures there, so very good. 73s. We'll talk to you the next time. Break with W6WAY. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI, out in Las Cruces. Yeah, Joe, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI is flying. WB5ABI. Give me up, Brian. I don't want to. Anyhow, put that place for running. 73, all the flyers. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Well, very good. And have a great day there in Las Cruces, and we'll talk to you the next time. Break with W5ABI. We're back to our YouTube live stream guy. Also with the correct answers. K4YDB, Charlie, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Thanks for all your help.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, I appreciate that. Good net today, man. It was a great net. You had a good turnout, and you got a good question also. So 7-3s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will try this again. Well, I may not be here tomorrow. I've got something in the works right now. But anyway, 7-3s, everybody's K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, Charlie, very good. 73 is to you. Break with K4YDB. Let me go back and pick up a station that might still be in there with us. The QRP station from Colorado, Kilo Bravo 0, Papa Lima Uniform. Ken, if you're still in there with us, you're up for our 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Ken, well, thanks again for joining us, and do come back and join us again. I'm still copying you well on my electric radio here this morning, so very good. And, yeah, we come up with some interesting stuff. My questions are a little bit historic this morning, but we have a lot of interesting aviation questions a lot of the time, and all of us learn a lot continuously from each other on all things aviation. So we enjoy it, but glad to have you with us this morning, Ken. A break with Kilo Bravo 0, Papa Lima Uniform. Let's try Ray out in New Jersey, WB2JJO. Ray, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Ray, well, 73 is to you, and have a great day there. And congratulations on getting the questions half correct there. You were pretty close there, so very good. Break with you. Let me go back and pick up W4PUO, Lee, over in Belleville, Texas. Lee, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W4PUO. Thanks very much, Brian, for doing the net today. It was a nice question set, and I enjoyed learning what I know about the Navy, which is very little. I apologize for that. But, yeah, World War II is always interesting. Thank you for doing it. Have a good day. WB5DRI, W4PUO, 73s.
Okay, you have a great day there, Lee, as well. And stay on the cool side of the door if you can there. 73s. Break with W4PUO. Let's go back up to Oklahoma City there, to WW5ENZ, who also got the questions 100% correct there. Mike, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Okay, WB5DRI. Well, somebody snuggled up to me here, giving me a lot of QRM, but it was a great net and great to be here, and I could pretty much hear everybody. I didn't even have an SDR on today, so that's a good thing. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Have a great weekend. WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike, well, you have a great weekend as well, and thanks for joining us this morning. 73s. Break with you. Let me recognize Tom again, K4YES out there listening to the net, and also our commander K1BOB if he's still listening, and all the other folks out there listening to our net. We have a lot of people that like to just listen. And some people just have to listen sometimes when the conditions are not that great. But anyway, good to have you guys out there listening this morning. Break with you. Let me try a station that I haven't called yet that I see on the net logger, November 6th, Bravo, Delta, Brian up in Oregon. If you're still in there listening and you want to check in with us, we're on our 73 round. Go ahead. N6 BBD, WB5DRI. don't hear Brian, so we'll just give him a 73 there, and wish him a good day there, and do come back and join us, Brian, sometime when you can check in with us. Break with you. Let's go and let's try another visitor from Evergreen, Colorado, James, KF0. Oh, it looks like Oscar Romeo. If you're still in there with us, James, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Oh, I don't hear James. Let's go ahead and try Pete out in Arizona. I know I was hearing him very well. Whiskey 7, Tango Uniform Echo. Good to have you back in there with us this morning, Pete. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, here's Whiskey 7, Tango Uniform Echo. Well, thank you, Brian, and 73 to everyone. And thank you for the education on the light speaker. Always very interesting. I'll wish everyone 73, and I'm clear now. Here's W7TUV. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, very good, Pete. Well, good to have you in there with us again today, and have a great day there in Arizona. 73 to you, sir. Another Arizona station that checked in with us. Let me try Scott again, see if he might still be with us this morning. Kilo 7, Oscar Sierra Foxtrot. If you're still with us, Scott, you're up for our 73 round, WB5DRI. Oh, I don't hear Scott. Let's go ahead and try Kurt again. Kilo 3, Kilo Charlie Bravo, Mobile. Kurt, if you're still with us there in Kansas, you're up for our 73 round, WB5DRI. Well, I don't hear him. Looks like most folks have checked out. Let me try November Kilo 7 Whiskey again. JD, if you're still with us there in Penrose, you're up for our 73 round, WB5DRI. NK7W, WB5DRI. Are you still with us, Ken? I'm sorry. Are you still with us, JD? Well, I guess he had to move on. Looks like we have another visitor here, Bob in Illinois, November 9 Tango. If you'd like to check in with us, Bob, you're up for the Flyers net, WB5DRI. You're about 5 and 7 with me here, Bob. Very good. Good to have you with us this morning. Good to hear you. And anything else for our net this morning? Have you checked in with us before? Over. Roger that. Well, you're welcome to join us anytime, Bob. We start up at 10 o'clock Central Time on this frequency every day. And this is the Air Force's Flyers Club net. We have a website that's Air Force's Flyers Club.org. That's Air Forces plural, Flyers plural, Club.org. Yeah, check out our website, and good to have you with us this morning. We're a group of hams that are all veterans of military services that supported the aviation missions of all of our services. So that's what we're all about, and we love to have visitors, so very good to have you with us this morning. Do you have any aviation or military experience there, over? Okay, well, you don't have to be a veteran or anything like that in order to check in with us, Bob. We love to have visitors, and we have a lot of aviation discussions, so you're welcome to join us anytime on the net. We love talking about airplanes and flying, so good to hear you this morning, and good to have you in there. So we'll give you a 73. Have a great day up there in Illinois. Where exactly are you in Illinois? Are you close to Chicago? Roger, Kankakee, Illinois. Very good, Bob. Well, good to hear you this morning, and hope you guys are having some cooler weather than we are down here. I'm thinking you probably are. I sure hope so. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, Bob, and do come back and join us again whenever you can. Like I say, we're on here every day. 73 is to you, sir. And break, that is the bottom of the list as I have it. We're pretty much through the list here. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Let me stand by one last time for any final comments from anybody or any other stations that I might have missed or who would like to check in before we shut down this session here and move over to Echolink to our conference node AFFC. This is WB5DRI, Brian, San Antonio, with the Flyers Club Net. Please call now. Well, I hear a station calling, but he's in my noise pretty much. Can somebody relay that station?
Yeah, it's sunny over in Hawaii, Brian.
Oh, easy peasy. King Henry 6, Charlie Bravo, Sunny, good morning, aloha, and mahalo for checking in with us. WB5DRI. Okay, Sonny. Well, glad you were able to check in with us before we shut down here. And 73 is to you. And mahalo for checking in. And have a great day there. Aloha in Hawaii. And we'll talk to you the next time. Have a wonderful day there in paradise. I'm sure I know you guys are having ideal weather. So 73, Sonny. Thanks again. Break with King Henry 6, Charlie Bravo. This is WB5DRI. We're now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club Net, returning the frequency to normal amateur use. God bless our troops and God bless the USA. WB5DRI, clear.